Welcome to A Human Perspective, a podcast where I'll be sharing work and personal experiences and learnings. I will also chop it up with guests from time to time who will also share their own perspectives. I can't promise everything you hear on this podcast will always be right, but I can promise to always give you a human perspective. Let's go. So a good friend gave me some very valuable feedback. OMG, Lola. That first podcast episode was 10 out of 10. Loved it. Oof. Well, I was chuffed. Then she followed up with, but you just jumped right in. Obviously, I know you, but I do feel you need to introduce yourself to the audience. Tell them a bit about you. Why should they listen to you? Oh no, I've been exposed. This was the very question I asked myself as I debated creating the podcast in the first place. Why should anyone listen to me? I don't know. I would not naturally bother to do an episode like this. I find it self-indulgent, but I do think my friend may have a point. So I took some time to ponder, and after a couple of days, I came up with what I hope will answer the question. Or not. Either way, you get to understand me a little more. Or not. I honestly don't know. Let's see. To start off with, I am a walking contradiction. I am probably the most warm and glacial person you will come across. I love to mingle, but can get overwhelmed being around people. I'm the cool kid and also the awkward dweeb. I'm ignorant and smart. I always think I'm right, but I'm quick to admit and apologize when I'm in the wrong. I'm an overthinker, and this sometimes comes in handy because it makes me a strong planner and implementer, and other times this evolves into procrastination and keeps me stagnant. I need clear goals in order to work effectively, but in order to do this, I need absolute freedom to decide how to make things happen. I like to build things, wardrobes, cupboards, foosball tables, teams, businesses, culture. And I'm about to steal a line from my current CEO who always uses the term building as a way to explain the process of growing a successful company. And I do see myself as an innate builder. I started my career in IT recruitment. I wasn't convincing enough to become a trainee recruitment consultant, so I started as a sourcer, working on some major accounts and eventually evolved into a recruitment consultant. I then left the IT recruitment world and got the opportunity to work in the welfare to work world for some years. What an eye-opener that was. I met some amazing people during this time, and I had a lot of fun. But eventually I did miss working with tech businesses. So I applied for a range of in-house recruitment roles with a range of tech companies, but was somehow convinced to turn down these offers and join another IT recruitment consultancy. Can you believe it? Side note, shout out to DK for seeing something in me, believing in me, and convincing me to join. Because this was one of the best decisions I ever made. I learned so much about humans in this role. Not immediately, but at some point something clicked and I was able to succeed in a difficult vertical. I learned the importance of listening to understanding what the hiring manager wants versus what the candidate wants, managing expectations, and simply doing the right thing to build, maintain, and grow relationships with people. This was my introduction to the high-tech space. I grew very comfortable here, but after some years, I felt like I was coasting and not developing on a personal level. It was time to leave. Since then, I have worked with a range of tech businesses, finding my sweet spot with startups. Overall, I've been lucky enough to mostly have jobs that allow me to be myself and create new or improved ways of doing things. Hopefully, I'll get the opportunity to dive into all these experiences over time. Despite not understanding why anyone would listen to me, I started the podcast anyway. Why? Well, because I believe sometimes the message is more important than the messenger. And to be honest, deep down, I do believe I have some takes that people may find helpful or interesting. Understanding my own personality and experiences has helped me better understand the complexity of being human. And I am nowhere near done with learning and understanding. I do want to use this platform to tap into this by way of sharing my own and guest perspectives. So, welcome to A Human Perspective.